Music to Arrowhead, Tuesday, May 29th. And man, do we have some changes for you. First off, say hello to my new co-host, Gina. What's up, Gina? You gotta be a little louder than that.
I can't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, there you go. Now you're talking to
me. I don't know. I think there's something wrong with my mic.
No,
that was something wrong with me. I hit the wrong one.
See?
Okay. Yeah, well,
wasn't me.
Usually
was not her fault.
It's usually not our fault. I'll throw that one out there right now.
Thanks.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm actually very excited to be here.
Why?
Because this is my dream. What do you mean? Let me tell you, when I was like 6 or 7, I would spend my life on the couch watching Ellen and Tyra and wishing that I could spend my life talking to people about nonsense and hoping they understand.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we definitely do talk about nonsense.
That's exactly what we need to do. And hopefully our message gets across to people. Most of the time I just like to hear myself talk, so.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, we were supposed to have a guest on today. Kevin Lacey, SEAL Team 3 operator, sniper, author, and now physician's assistant. But he had some late patients, so unfortunately he's not going to be able to come on today.
I know, and I did my research on him, too. I was super excited.
So, all right, then what did you come up with?
So I know that he had a big part in American Sniper. He actually got to play himself in the movie. That was actually Bradley Cooper's idea. Who doesn't love Bradley Cooper?
Who?
Jeez. Come on. All my ladies will know what I'm talking about. But now he is a physician's assistant in Florida and Alabama. And him and his wife actually started a charity to help wounded soldiers do things like hunting, fishing. And I think that's actually awesome. Gives them a chance to do something that they wouldn't normally be able to do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good charity. And Kevin Lacey is going to be at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut this Friday morning at 10 o'clock. He is going to be the keynote speaker for the EMS convention, and then he will be selling and autographing books. So if you're in the southeastern Connecticut area, stop on down, say hi to Kevin, grab a copy of his book, and get an autograph and a picture with him.
That sounds like fun. I have actually nothing to do on Friday, so maybe I'll go find him and tell him how sad I was that he wasn't on our show today.
Guilt trip.
Oh, he'll be like, I'm so sorry. And then maybe I'll get him to do it again some other time.
Yeah, he will. He said he'll reschedule. I guess, patients take priority.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that works.
I know, right? I would know, working in a pharmacy, I know that our patients come first. So if something were to come up that seemed more intriguing than actually doing my job, I feel like it is my due diligence to put that seemingly exciting thing on hold so that I could help the people that came in to get better. So good for him. Good for him for putting his priorities first.
Yeah. Sucks for us, but,
I know, but now we get to talk about me.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what do you want to talk about, you?
I don't know. Let's actually just dive right into it. Let's start about, breastfeeding. Because that seems to be quite the big debate in my life right now.
We are not breastfeeding in the studio.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
That did not come across right.
No. Now, wait a second.
Okay, let's talk about the debate on breastfeeding.
No. Well, what if I were to have my children here and I were to breastfeed? Would that be an issue?
Nope.
Gentlemen?
Nope, not at all.
You over there? Would that be an issue?
No.
No? Okay, so it would be fine, right? Because that's doing what? Feeding my child.
It's a natural thing.
It's a natural thing. And the ignorance, for lack of a better word, if you were to sit, and we had this discussion before, if you were to sit topless at the beach, people would be gawking. They'd be like, oh my God, look at the hot chick. She doesn't have a shirt on. Now, if you're sitting there topless but breastfeeding, those same people who were just gawking would be having a problem with it.
Exactly.
And that's just hypocritical. It's ignorance at its finest.
It is. It honestly is. And today I actually was at the beach for a while, and there was some girl that walked in and she was wearing a string thong bikini. And not one person said something to her to shame her for wearing that. Nobody called her gross. Nobody called her disgusting. It was completely natural because we were at the beach. But 2 tents down from me, there was a mom and her baby, and she was nursing, and she was actually getting heat from it. And I'm sorry, but I don't think that that's okay, because if Miss Cellulite over here can walk around with her butt out and not anybody bats an eyelash, but then you have mom over here who's just feeding her baby because she's crying and she's hungry, and I'm sorry, I saw no nipple, but I saw a lot of butt cheeks on the other side, and nobody said anything to her, but it was always an issue with the mom. I was there for easily 4 hours, and mom fed her baby twice, and both times she got dirty looks, she got nasty comments. It was appalling to me, not even, as a mom, but as an adult. Like, I know that the way that we look at women's bodies, everybody's different and everybody has their opinions on certain things. And, we have gone through the whole fat shaming thing. We've gone through the gender equality thing. I'm only 25, but growing up, that was a huge debate. And then once, gay marriage and stuff got legal, a lot of people were, really excited about it. And now it's just kind of a normal thing. But as a human being, I know that that's what your breasts are for. That's what they were made for, was to feed a baby. And movies and posters and Victoria's Secret does not help desexualize anything. And I think that that's probably, it hurts it more than helps it. Because none of these guys have a problem pulling out a Playboy. That's okay. And anybody can grab those off the shelf. Somebody could leave it in the bread aisle and little Timmy could see one. And that would be okay. But that's just a topic that honestly upsets me. It's something that I think that everybody should be okay with. And eventually, I know over the years, just like gay marriage, it's going to be something that blows over and everybody's going to be perfectly fine with it. But now we're just in a kind of a stupid uproar about it.
Yeah, but do you really think it's going to blow over?
Honestly, I do. Because even from when I first had my oldest, she's 7 now, and back then it was like the biggest no-no. Like, if you were going to breastfeed, you had to be a stay-at-home mom. There was no feeding in public. There was no going out and shopping or spending a day somewhere. And if your kid was hungry, you would either go to the bathroom or you would just stay home in general. There was no doing it out in public like these women do now. And then when I had my second, they're 5 years apart. And I nursed in 99 restaurant. And I had a cover on, and I had these 2 old ladies that were sitting diagonal from me, and they were scoffing at me and mumbling under their breath and pointing, and nothing was exposed. It was like a backwards cape, but it was the act that was upsetting to them. But my baby was eating, just like I was. And the waitress had even come over and asked me if she wanted me to cut up my food so I could eat. And I thought that was really nice. And she made those old ladies move. Which I also thought was awesome. But back then with my oldest, I wouldn't have ever done that. I would have left before I would have asked for a to-go container, and I would have left. And now, I didn't really care. It was just, my baby's hungry. And I think now that women are standing up for themselves now more. And that, feeding your baby is priority. So if your baby's hungry, it's no different than when you're hungry. If you're driving, from here to Ohio, and 3 hours in, you get hungry, you pull over and you stop and you eat at a restaurant with other people. And that's just because you're doing for you, just like moms do for their kids. It's a natural thing. If you go to the zoo and a baby is being nursed by a mom in the enclosure, parents aren't going to say, oh, no, honey, don't look at that. They're going to be like, oh, it's eating. Because that's what my mom did when I was younger. So I think slowly, I don't think it's going to come, all at once in this big, huge whirlwind of, okay, free the nipple, everything's fine. Do what you guys want. But I feel like eventually we will get with breastfeeding as we are with gay marriage. I mean, not everybody's on the same page with gay marriage, but it's legal and it's more common. And I don't see anybody getting tickets for breastfeeding in public. So that's not public indecency. And I just honestly think that people need to calm down. And if they don't like it, don't look.
Exactly. That's it in a nutshell. If you don't like it, don't look.
No.
Don't sit there and complain about it.
No.
Especially when, like I said, on the other hand, if you were just sitting there with the twins hanging out, they wouldn't have an issue with it.
No. Exactly. It would be a gawking spectacle, and they'd be like, oh, my God. And that would be okay to them in their eyes, but, Again, you don't like it, don't look. Nobody's forcing you to sit there. Nobody is forcing you to, point your eyes there. Nobody has a cone on you, a cone of shame making you look. You are entitled to your opinion, but keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself. Walk away, turn your head. If you don't want your kids to see it, then go somewhere else.
I think with this generation, people just look for something to complain about.
Oh, God, yeah.
That
is exactly it. And it's with everything, too. It's not just with, breastfeeding, obviously. It's with every little thing. Anything. It could be a religion. It could be political views. It could be somebody's walking down the street and they looked at you funny. That's an argument. I just feel like that's how it is. That's how it's going to be for probably the rest of forever, because that's what people have, free time for. Apparently, that's what they plan on doing with their free time, is arguing with people. But if you don't have a child, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to understand. Okay, how am I supposed to comfortably nurse a baby who doesn't like to be covered? Because that's weird. But when you're a mom, you don't think of it like that. You think of, my baby's hungry. I need he or she to stop crying. I'm going to feed him. But it's the same thing with people who don't register to vote. Well, if you're not registered to vote, then you really don't have any say in who becomes president or what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't claim to one religion, then you don't have right to bash other people's religions. If you claim to one religion, you don't have right to bash people's religion regardless. It's no different, not even breastfeeding, but we have moms, in my mom community, we have moms that co-sleep. I don't believe in that, only because I'm terrified of vomit, so I don't really want to wake up to a bed full of puke because of my kids. Don't get me wrong, I love snuggling them, but with 2 dogs where their weight totals 140 pounds, mm-hmm. and then 3 kids, my queen-size bed can only fit so much, and I take up 3/4 of it, so I don't have room for 6 more feet and on top of the 2 dogs. But
well, see, I always heard that co-sleeping was dangerous.
Well, yeah. That obviously, that's the biggest thing, is co-sleeping is dangerous, and it is, because, we've got kids who have died from suffocation. Mm-hmm. So mom or dad rolls over on them, or a pillow gets moved onto them, and don't get me wrong, that's, a big fear, but I feel like the older you and your kids get, and the more you guys understand your sleeping patterns, mm-hmm. it becomes a little bit better. Right. I know when my middle was born, he's the only one that I nursed, just because I had lost my supply. There was no such thing as, keeping it or nursing with the other 2. But with him, it was easier for when he'd wake up in the middle of the night to just take him out of his co-sleeper and put him in between me and my fiance. Mm-hmm. Because he was nursing, but I wasn't afraid, and I was laying down, and I wasn't afraid that I was going to drop him and fall asleep while nursing him. He was laying in the middle of us safely, and I remember those nights crystal clear. I slept so lightly because I was afraid of rolling over on him, and I was afraid of suffocation. But subconsciously, as long as you go through everything safely, it still is dangerous. I'm not going to say it's not, but to go through things safely, your body as a parent knows, because I knew to sleep lightly. I knew to not change positions, and I would get up with him after he was all done, and we were both, exhausted of everything, and I just put him back in his co-sleeper. But that is something that's dangerous, and a lot of people believe in doing it from the time they're born until the time they're, 2 or 3. I don't believe in it, again, because I'm afraid of vomit, and all my friends think that that's such a silly fear, but it's real. Look it up. It's a phobia. But, that's another big controversy, is co-sleeping. Another, controversy is introducing solids before 6 months. And a lot of parents are, against that, but then there are a lot of parents that are like, yeah, no, it's fine. And all my kids were different. My oldest didn't get foods until she was 6 months. Mm-hmm. My son didn't get foods until he was 4 months. And Tootie was so fussy with milk in general that she had to have solids to make up for what she was lacking from the milk that she wasn't drinking because it made her sick. So every baby's different. And I think as long as you follow your doctor's orders or your doctor's best practices for your kid,
advice,
then it's advice. You're right, because it's not even best practices, because everybody's kid's different. But as long as you stay on those guidelines, as long as you're not overfeeding your baby or going days without feeding your baby, as long as you're doing things that you feel are adequate enough for your kid, then hey, it's your kid. I didn't birth it. It's yours. You do with what you please. But I mean, you can find controversial topics everywhere, just like tattoos, just like piercings, just like job performances, just like, paths in life that you decide to take. You're going to find it everywhere. And I think that is just something that people are going to choose to argue about for the rest of their lives. And you can either steer clear of it or run into it head on like I do.
Speaking of children and controversial topics, we've had way too many school shootings lately.
Oh, good. I'm so glad we're talking about this.
There is a video game.
Oh, yes.
It is called Active Shooter, where you can be either the SWAT team that comes in looking for the school shooter or
the school shooter. How messed up is that? Does that make you sick?
I want to know who the ass clown was that actually designed this game and what was going on through their sick, twisted mind, let alone the people that are actually buying and playing this game.
Honestly, I completely understand your Battlefield, your Call of Duty, your active military video games, because that is real life, and that is something that you can sign up for legally, and you can go and do legally in Iraq and Afghanistan, and those games are okay. I like those games. Chicago. I mean,
everybody's saying that those games are the reason why these kids are going out and doing what they're doing, that it's conditioning them for it, which I personally think is bullcrap, because I play Call of Duty and Call of Duty 2 and 3 and 4 and whatever else they came out with, and it doesn't make me want to go out in public and do anything crazy.
Exactly. My stepbrother plays those games. Me and my sister used to play those games. One of our favorite games used to be Left 4 Dead. And I don't know if you guys have heard that. It's a zombie game. Yep. And we would play that from the time my parents would go to bed. We would be out in the living room on the PS3 and the Xbox or whatever we had at the time. And we'd be up until 3 or 4 in the morning playing. But it doesn't make me want to go find guns and go find zombies. Because that's not even a theoretical happening. But on the other hand, that just doesn't really make me want to go shoot things. It doesn't. And Call of Duty and, World of Warcraft. Does that make me want to dress up and be like those people? No, not really. But it's a fun game. The Sims. I don't want to
there you go.
I don't want to build a house and then destroy it, or build a family and let them die, or put a clown picture in their home and watch it get haunted. Not put security systems in their house and watch them get robbed. Like that. I'm sorry. It's fun in a video game, but it's not fun in real life. And I think whoever made this game took it way too far. Way too far. Because, especially as a parent, my oldest is in 2nd grade. And she came home from school and told me that they practiced what would happen if a shooter was in their school. Not a fire drill. No, a lockdown. And they made it very specific to if there's a shooter in the room, what they're supposed to do. I had a customer come in, and she was telling me that her 5-year-old grandson came home and asked his grandmother if she could take him to get new shoes. And she thought it was because somebody was picking on him for his light-up shoes. Mm-hmm. And he told her, no, Grandma, if there was a shooter in the school, they'd be able to see my light-up shoes, and they'd kill me first. 5 years old. And they're terrified of being shot up because of all these shootings that are happening, and all these kids that are dying because someone decided to, let a gun be in the possession of the wrong person, or put it somewhere where they could get it, or they bought it illegally. It blows my mind.
Now, to just give you, I don't even know what to call it, but players are given game stats where they can actually see how many civilians and police officers they killed.
Yep, it's a little like I saw a screenshot of it. It's on the side. It's on the left side of the screen, and it'll tell you civilians, and then it'll tell you the active police officers and stuff that you. So it's keeping count how many kids you killed. New high score, cool. I killed 4 classrooms full of kids. That turns my stomach. It really does. And then while we're on this subject, I'm all for schools having these security guards and stuff. I went to a high school that had security guards on campus, and they would walk around and monitor everything, but they still have kids that are walking in with duffel bags because they have sports and walking in because they have after-school activities. But nobody checks those duffel bags.
Mm-hmm.
Not one person. Not one person at my old high school checks those duffel bags. So anybody could be bringing in handguns. They could be bringing in grenades. They could be bringing in their own home bomb explosives. Nobody knows. Because as much as they know, it's just their athletic gear for football practice or lacrosse. And they just go on about it like it's their own day. And these kids, I did it when I was in softball. These kids carry these duffel bags around from school class building to their other class building. And it's like a college campus. And people are carrying their bags around, their duffel bags around to all these different buildings. And how do you know there's not a bomb in there and at any second it's just going to blow up the whole building? That is also terrifying. I don't understand it.
I wish I did. I wish I had an answer for it too, because
I wish I had an answer for my 7-year-old. Like, what am I supposed to say when Mommy, is somebody going to come and shoot up our school? Is that why we did that? She was crying. She didn't want to go to school for 3 days. Because right after they did that drill, she wanted nothing to do with it. I don't blame her. I let her stay home. What am I supposed to do? So I called the school and told them, listen, you guys had a lockdown drill. I appreciate you guys for being proactive and, like, getting everybody on board. But now she's terrified. And she doesn't want to go to school, so you guys need to make sure this is an excused absence so I can calm my child down. I think she's going to get shot. It's crazy, because when I was younger, there was no fear of that. And then 9/11 happened, and, like, I remember my mom pulling me out of school for that. And did you know that that's why Kevin joined the military?
yeah.
We're just going to add our guest in here because, he's not here. But that's why that just dawned on me.
And it was the same thing with Chris Kyle. They both did it after 9/11.
Yep. Kevin did it because one of his really close friends' parent died in the 9/11 attacks. So he stopped going to school of medicine and he joined the military. And then after he retired, he went back to medicine, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. See, I learned a lot.
That's awesome.
I don't know. There's so many controversial issues going on right now. And did you see that Trump tried to make Memorial Day about him?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can pull it up. It was he was trying to sell his own Memorial Day issues.
Really?
Like his shirts and stuff for sale on Memorial. He was trying to make it about himself.
Oh, you mean the Make America Great Again?
I think that apparel may have been in there. It was
wow.
Yeah. I saw it on someone shared it. I saw it on Facebook, and it took me. ABC cancels Roseanne reboot. Well, that
yeah, that was going to be the next topic.
That upsets me.
No,
oh
yep.
God! I literally just thought. Okay, so this was from yesterday. So
Okay.
President Trump makes Memorial Day all about himself again. So he tweeted, "Happy Memorial Day! Those who died for our great country would be very happy and proud at how well our country's doing today," which is true.
Okay.
Then he tweeted saying, "Best economy in decade, lowest unemployment numbers for blacks and Hispanics ever, and women in 18 years, rebuilding our military, and so much more. Nice." So the first part was okay, but the second part, he was trying to kind of swing himself in there.
Kind of trying to show what he's
What he
done.
did, and what he's doing. And then he also tweeted on May 24th, 2015, someone shared this saying that as vulgar as it was, Monday's missive may actually be an improvement from pre-presidential run Trump. Because on May 24th, 2015, he said, "I would like to wish everyone, including all my haters and losers, a truly happy and enjoyable Memorial Day." So we can't forget that one.
It sounds like us.
I
Freaking
know.
losers.
I know.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. All right, so what about this Roseanne thing? I need to go back to that.
Well, are you a Trump supporter or a hater?
I'm not registered to vote, so I really don't have a say.
But you do have a say. I mean,
I don't like him. I don't like the guy. I never liked him before. I didn't like him on The Apprentice. Is that what he was on?
The Apprentice, yeah.
I didn't like him. I just never liked him. I think what he's doing for our economy is good. I don't really believe in his wall thing, but I don't really see that happening, really anytime soon. But building a wall, whatever. But in general, I mean, he's not really my business. He's my president, so I have to put up with him. I can't be like, oh, okay, I'm moving out of the country because I don't like you. I mean,
I support him. I do think he needs to stay off of Twitter.
I'm sorry, he does.
I think that's kind of ridiculous.
He does.
I'm like, Donald, stay off Twitter.
He does.
That's.
Don't get me wrong. I loved Obama. I loved, not so much the stuff he did for healthcare because that was kind of. But as a person, he was
as a person.
He was a family man.
Yeah.
And included his wife and his kids and everything, and like he thought as a dad. Where Trump, unlike Obama, is thinking like a president.
Mm-hmm.
He's like one of the first presidents. Obviously, I'm only 25, so I lived through who? Was Bush. Al Gore president?
Well, did you just ask if Al Gore was president? Oh my God.
Was he in the running? I don't remember.
He was in the running, but no.
Okay, well, I liked him.
Woo!
Anyway, I haven't been around for that many presidents.
You got Bush.
That's it. That's all I remember.
You got Bush. You got two Bushes. Clinton.
You said Bush.
I almost said that's what he said. I can't. What were we talking about? Oh my God. I'm gonna catch so much heat for that.
You know, and it was true because oh my God, I didn't want to go there, but I'm gonna go there. Clinton was surrounded by Bushes.
Oh my God.
I am talking about the president, but also where
Yeah. Oh God. Oh my God. What were we even talking about? Anyway, so I haven't really survived that many presidents, but
you heard about the Monica harmonica, right?
Wow.
Okay, I'm not that young. I definitely heard about that. I see the memes all the time on Facebook. Because it's still a thing. Poor Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
And of course it resurfaced when Hillary ran for president. Of course those things got shared again and again and again. But I think none of the other presidents or stop. Or even the running presidents ever looked at this country as a business.
Right.
Where Trump
absolutely.
does.
Mm-hmm.
And that I'm okay with. But I just don't like him as a person. I just don't like how he talks and his hair, and as long as I don't look at him and don't listen, I'm okay. And he can just do whatever he's got to do with the country.
Yep.
He hasn't hit the red button yet. We're still all alive, so I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm okay with that.
Yep.
But most of the people that complain that Trump is in office are the people that weren't even registered to vote anyway. So that's whatever.
Or they were brainwashed by Hillary.
Ugh. I honestly, if I were to register to vote, I wouldn't have voted for either of them. I liked Bernie. I liked him. He was a sweet old man. I liked some of the things he stood for. My boss actually was on Instagram, and he posted an Instagram story today, actually, and he was wearing a Bernie hat.
Oh. He's still alive, so he is a sweet old man. That was.
But he's not relevant, so it was.
No, actually, he is still relevant. He's in the news all the time talking about what Donald did.
I don't watch the news. Listen, the most news that I watch is the Daily Mail app on my phone. And
is that the satire one, or is that legit news?
That's celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes world events, so obviously the thing in Paris that happened, the terrorist attack in Paris, that was a big highlight on that. But I watch Perez Hilton. What? Perez Hilton highlights celebrity lives.
Yeah, but what terrorist attack in Paris?
What didn't this was a year, 2 years ago?
Oh.
Nothing recent. I'm just that was the first thing that popped in my head because they made a big deal about it.
By the way, the studio line is open 860-626-5193. The number at the top of the screen. If you call it, you will be on the air with these two.
Jesus, is that you?
Lovely people. No, I'm off camera.
I was just about to say, I'm hearing voices.
I just pop in out of nowhere. I should have some echo effects or something.
Yeah, and a booming deep voice. What is wrong with my water? I'm going to do it like you.
Oh, that explains everything.
I couldn't open the top.
It's not actually water.
She couldn't open the top.
So, all right, let's talk about
That's what she said.
Let's talk about the Roseanne deal, because that comes kind of back to the presidency.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And this is not the first show that ABC has canceled due to...
They canceled Last Man Standing because of...
Yes, and this is along the same lines.
Ooh, let me catch up here. Let me tell you, first of all, I liked Roseanne when I was younger. She was sassy, and that is the kind of mom I aspire to be. I hear crickets.
I had nothing on the Roseanne deal. I was just like...
Although, maybe not as sassy and rude to her kids, but she just doesn't care.
No.
Apparently, because now she got kicked off of ABC.
For tweeting.
No, try to catch up. What'd she tweet?
I don't know. She tweeted something to Chelsea Clinton. I did too, but I'm still on the air. She...
What the hell was that?
I tweeted something to her the other day, kind of like, you're not relevant. And then, why are you talking about the president when your parents are two of the most corrupt and crooked politicians in the history of the country? She didn't tweet me back, though. She tweeted Roseanne back.
This is terrible. This article is awful.
Okay, you going to share?
No, it just doesn't say what the tweet said. I want to know what it said.
It doesn't say what the tweet said?
No. I just read the whole article. I didn't want to say it.
Oh, my God. Well, go figure. I know it had something to do with Nazis. And George Soros.
Well, we're about to find out. We're going to go to New York Times and hope this gives me a better picture here.
So, you know what? She'll be picked up by another network, and it'll do as good.
The Last Man Standing was.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Oh, what the heck? That is terrible. Oh, my God. Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby equals VJ. What?
Well, this show just went down the tubes.
Wow. Thank you, Roseanne.
Did you know that ABC is owned by Disney?
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that stuff with Disney. I feel offended for Disney.
And ABC is also very liberal.
Oh, yes.
Very liberal.
Although the second season of Roseanne was not scheduled to air for 4 months. The timing of Miss Barr's racist post was terrible.
Yeah, well...
Oh, then came Miss Barr's tweet about Miss Jarrett.
Who?
I don't know. Don't know. But all I know...
I thought they were talking about the one that she tweeted to Chelsea Clinton. I thought that was hilarious.
I think that was to Chelsea Clinton. And then someone answered... And then someone answered to her. And then she replied to them. This article's like 400 pages long.
So it's a book.
I apologize to Valerie Jarrett and to all Americans. I am truly sorry for making a bad joke about her politics and her looks. I should have known better. Forgive me, my joke was in bad taste.
It's a freaking joke.
And Wanda Sykes says I will not be returning to Roseanne on ABC. Yo, inside news. I love Wanda Sykes. Oh, Chelsea Clinton. Good morning, Roseanne. My given middle name is Victoria.
Oh, yeah, that's the one with the Soros.
I imagine George Soros' nephews are lovely people. I'm just not married to one. I am grateful for the important work Open Society does, and I'll have great day. Blah, blah. Sorry to have tweeted incorrect info about you. Please forgive me. By the way, George Soros is a Nazi who turned in his fellow Jews to be murdered in German concentration camps and stole their wealth. Where were you aware of that? But we all make mistakes, right, Chelsea?
That's the one I saw. I was like, yeah. It's true.
Yep. Can't say. See, she just says whatever she wants to say. I'm actually really excited about that. Not what she said, because that was awful. But I'm kind of glad she kind of stood up for herself and said what she had to say. Although it kind of got a good show kicked off the air. That's kind of sad. But like you said, someone else will pick it up.
Again, for our radio listeners, the studio line is 860-201. Oops. 860-626-5193. Again, the studio number is 860-626-5193. And that gets you live on the air with Project Arrowhead.
The voice of God has spoken.
Jesus, get your crap together. Learn that number. I expect better of you.
Well, I almost put out my personal phone number by accident.
Well, the phone wouldn't have rang anyway, so.
Right.
concerned.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wow.
So what else should we talk about today, guys?
I'm just like, something about the breastfeeding into Roseanne Barr, and it just...
Well, she has big boobies, so I guess that kind of went, right?
I've never really looked at Roseanne to know if she has...
You never watched Roseanne.
I've watched Roseanne, but
Okay,
I've never looked at Roseanne.
Well, you can't miss them. It's like 3D popping out at the screen, even before 3D was a thing. You're like, oh, my eye.
Wow.
Oh, you already read that to me. Man dies after falling off escalator at Providence Place Mall. That is very unfortunate.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for screwing around on the friggin' escalator.
I watched somebody fall down the escalator at the casino one time.
All the time.
I felt
All
bad. It was
the
a little
time.
old lady, and she cracked her head open.
Oh, which casino?
Mohegan. Although I was like 15, we used to go for like the Wednesday night fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
And this little old lady... Okay, well, whoever she was with, it was their fault because they weren't paying attention to her. And she lost her balance and she fell backwards. And the other one was just staring at their phone, going up the escalator. She's like concussed on the ground.
Wow. I saw that the other day.
It's crazy.
A car pulled over in front of the firehouse, and the motorcycle that was coming didn't. And hit the back of the car. He was launched airborne and landed headfirst in the middle of 32.
That's why it was closed down. Ugh, I didn't work that day, so I didn't have to make myself extra time to get to work.
Yeah, right in front of CVS.
Yeah.
That's
I
where
can't.
it was.
I was like, man, I don't work today. Someone texted me, was like, just make sure you have extra time to get to work. There's a really bad accident. It's closed down. And I was like, nah, I don't work today. Were his brains on the sidewalk?
No, he split his head open pretty good, but he
survived?
He survived.
Oh, thank God. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's never dangerous because they're dangerous. It's dangerous because of the other people around them that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what kind of a pain in the ass it is, like trying to get out of Henny Penny? If you got to take a left-hand turn.
Okay, you might as well wait until next Tuesday to do left-hand.
Bless yourself, hit the accelerator, and hope for the best.
Hope you don't get T-boned on either side. Oh, I usually just turn the other way.
We've had 2 of them this week.
Ooh, guess what? My mom's one of my biggest fans. She just shared that we're on the radio.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Oh, I love her.
Oh, I would hope so.
Well, some people don't love their moms.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
I know, right? Mom's my best friend. I don't know what I'd do without her. Bother her all the time. Mom, how do I cook this? Mom, what temperature should the oven be at? Mom, is this supposed to look like this? But could you just come over here and do my taxes and sign them and mail them because I don't really know what I'm doing? Mom, why does this look like that? Mom, is this supposed to be making that noise? No, but Mom, do you like this color?
Mom, is there supposed to be smoke coming out of the oven?
Is this supposed to be black like that? No? Okay, I'll just make new chicken. Thank you.
Oh, my God. What do you think of this MS-13 crap?
Well, I don't know what it is, so explain it to me and I'll tell you.
You don't know what MS-13 is?
No.
It is that Hispanic gang. Can't miss them. They got tattoos all over their face. And they've been, like, kidnapping children, 15 years old, 16 years old, torturing them, raping and murdering them. They are, like, one of the most violent gangs to come into this country.
Oh, my God. Wait a second. That is like...
Are you going to Google that, too?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on. Maybe I will.
Yeah, maybe I will.
That is like the worst. Like, that's like some ISIS stuff. That's like top notch.
Well,
messed up.
President Trump called them animals. And you know what? I have no problem whatsoever with him calling them animals because they are. These people are sick and twisted and just, they shouldn't be here.
No, they shouldn't. And first of all, are they U.S. based or did they come over here?
They came over here.
Who allowed them over here? Maybe this wall
Nobody
isn't
allowed
a good.
them over here.
Maybe this wall is a really good idea. You know, maybe Trump's onto something.
Yeah, but you know what works better than a wall?
Guns.
Snipers.
See, I was on the right track here.
Yeah.
All right, so it's an international criminal gang that originated in Los Angeles in the 1980s. So we're just kind of like an uproar of it.
Yep.
Okay. So they're mostly Central American. Elsa, what are you laughing at?
Is that God?
I thought so.
Oh, he's over there listening to us. I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I definitely hear my voice and I wasn't talking.
Right? Isn't it weird when that happens?
I don't
Sorry
really like
about
that.
that. I was just checking the quality of the show, and you guys have quite a few viewers and listeners on the radio side. Again, the radio listeners, studio line 860-626-5193. Again, 860-626-5193 gets you on your live. You can also go to facebook.com/United Radio FM, and you can watch these guys live.
Of course, we got a lot of viewers. Look at the beautiful girl I got sitting next to me now.
Hello.
I mean, come on.
Hello. Wore my special
Hello.
dress and everything.
And this is her life's dream to be my co-host.
I'm so excited.
Well, you never had the opportunity to be on radio?
Nope.
Well, then, if the opportunity is also open if you want to DJ here too, so just remember that.
I'm in. I don't know what that means, but I'm in.
Wow.
All right. All right. I'm good. I can drop some beats, guys. We're about to have so much fun. Oh my god, every Tuesday it's about to be lit in here. So this is. I feel
You
like
dropped an F-bomb.
I did.
Whoops. Oh, God. Now the FCC is going to show up with the raid team.
Good. Lock the door.
dropped an F-bomb.
Do you like handcuffs?
Yes.
Well,
Where are you going?
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're not FCC regulated.
I mean, oh,
She's got the fuzzy pink ones in her car.
Well, then the FCC guys can use them on her.
they're purple.
Oh, the purple? Oh. Did you get the-
So I feel like I'm in high school because I'm literally scrolling through a Wikipedia article and finding nothing that I like on it. So basically what I've gathered from this is I don't like them.
Oh, I would
Someone
hope
should traffic and smuggle them. And
not. No, because they'd find their way back in.
send them. Maybe we should all send them to the Bermuda Triangle because I heard nobody comes back from that.
Yeah, but that is... Nah, I don't know. Nothing's happened there in a while, so I think that's all done.
There's about to be something happening. We are about to find all of our MS-13 affiliations in there.
Tammy says that's my girl.
That's Mom.
Adrian says,
That's
hey,
Mom.
Jim. Hi, Mom.
What's up, Adrian?
Hi, Mom.
Your mom should call you on the line and be like, hey, how you
Mom, call us and be a part of my show for the first time, my debut.
Wait, you've never been on any radio, college radio, public access, TV, nothing?
No.
Oh, wow.
That was answered already. Next question, please.
Next. Hey, you over there. How about you pick a topic? Tell me what to Google and we'll talk about it.
Me?
You like that Google,
I'm
huh?
over here running microphone stuff and pushing
topic.
buttons and stuff.
You're on your phone talking about what my mother's saying.
Well, I'm checking
Pick a
comments.
topic.
I'm checking comments.
Pick a topic.
Any topic.
Okay, fine. We'll talk.
Hey, guess what? Gina lives in a haunted house.
What?
Bet you didn't know that, did you?
Did you know that?
Do you know we got haunted property right across the street, the Hempstead House, which I might be able to get us into?
Did he just make this about him?
Yep.
He made it about him.
Okay.
What are you talking about? What,
I'm pretty sure
I'm
this
talking about
is
get you guys
called.
into the Hempstead House.
Well, hey, I'm coming. Also,
really?
I'm pretty sure this is called Gina's debut.
Wow, she's just like taking over.
Snippy.
But no, really, let's go over there. Not the second, obviously, but let's do it. I've always wanted to be a paranormal investigator. Ask my mom.
Look at that.
Duh.
And I mean, it just happens that, we are a paranormal group, so...
I know, it's weird. It may work out. This may work out, guys.
It's funny how things work out like
I know. But yes, I do. I live in a haunted house. And actually, I really do like it. I post things all the time about weird things that happen in my house, and everybody's always so freaked out, and I'm not. When we first moved into the house, we moved in 2015, August 2015, and like a month or so after that, my fiance at the time had come up from the basement and asked me if I liked my wet sock. And I was doing dishes, and I looked at him, and I was like, my socks aren't wet. And he's like, come on. Yes, they are. So he came over and physically checked my socks. And they weren't wet. And he went out of the room and didn't talk to me. And then later on, we were in bed. He said that because our chimney leaks and it leaves like this little trail of water, that there was an even footprint outside of the water. That was about the size of my foot. And then just from then on, like little things, faucets turning on, doors shutting. I know.
Wow.
I know. And it's just these little things that are like, I don't know. I feel like they add up, the things that happen. Like I could tell you 1,000 things that happen, and it makes it seem like, oh my God, I live in this terrible house. But I've lived there for 3 years, and like maybe 10 or 15 little incidents. So I mean, it's not bad, and it's not something that's malicious. It doesn't do anything terrible to my kids. Nobody's noticed anything. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I like it. I have always wanted to live in a haunted house, and I've always wanted to experiment with that kind of stuff. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. When something bangs on my door in the middle of the night, that's not exactly the most ideal wake up.
It's Chad.
But I wasn't going to go there, and you did it. It definitely wasn't anybody. Definitely thought I was my oldest. So I opened the door and nobody was there. So I just kind of climbed back into bed quietly and ignored whatever it was. And it went away.
Sounds like the movie I just watched.
What'd you watch? Annabelle?
Nope. The Strangers.
I love that movie.
The new one? You saw the new one?
No.
Oof.
One of the only movies that actually terrified me was The Strangers, because it's so real life.
Now, it's supposedly based on a real story.
Yeah.
So,
Well, when they asked, why are you doing this to us? And they said it was because you were home. Like, that's terrifying. It's no different than somebody who decides they want to blow up a school or something, like we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. They did it because they were there. Like, you got blown up because you just happened to be there. And that's one of the most real and terrifying things, is if you're minding your own business with your family and all of a sudden somebody's messing with you and hurting you and tying you up just because you were home. That was one of the, because I mean, everybody watches like the movies like The Grudge and Signs, and yeah, they're creepy and they're kind of scary and they give you goosebumps and they make you look around the corner, because those things are meant to give you adrenaline rushes. They're meant to scare you. But movies like The Strangers, that's something that's meant to crawl under your skin and get in your brain.
And I'm not going to give away anything in the movie, but they pretty much say the same thing in this one. They're asked, why are you doing this? And the answer was, because we can.
Exactly.
Because we can.
Just because we can. You're not stopping us. They're not stopping us. And in the first movie, it was the same thing. It was because you were home. So, it's just, again, going back to like the school shootings and stuff, it's so crazy what people are capable of doing. I am super, I don't want to say obsessed, because that kind of sounds weird, but I am very intrigued by serial killers.
Jess Vargas says hello.
Hi, Jess.
So what do you think it is? What do you think has pushed kids over the edge enough? In the 1980s, kids used to go to school, they'd drive their pickup truck, they'd have a freaking rifle and a rifle rack on the back. You didn't see school shootings. So what do you think is pushing these kids to the point of doing something so diabolical?
Honestly, that's such a good question, because none of us can be in those kids' minds. And I want to say part of it could be a mental illness, like a malformity or something wrong in their brain that's causing, that to happen at that moment for them to feel that way. Mm-hmm. Because as a personal sufferer from like severe anxiety and, I had postpartum depression, I never got to the point where it was, I'm going to kill myself, because those kind of thoughts to me are absurd. But there are people that enter that stage that are like, this is how it's going to end. I'm doing it like this. Mm-hmm. And those people in those postpartum stages, it's normal to have, to an extent, those kind of feelings, and then they're medicated to fix them. Mm. So for these kids to just compile this urge to go in and do this mass shooting or to kill people, or even a serial killer to continue to do these things, all the cases when you look at serial killers, most of the time there's something wrong in their childhood, or there's some kind of mental instability that they faced as a kid, whether it was a broken home, whether it was, abuse, sexual abuse. It was something that formed them into who they were. They could have been born with it. They could have had this mental deformity when they were born, but I believe strongly that it's something wrong in their brain. I don't think it's something that you can necessarily learn. I think you have to have the trait in order to act it out. But I don't think it's something that you could, because any normal person's not going to wake up one day and be like, I think I'm just going to go shoot up a whole entire mall. Because I think like that's what I'm just going to do after breakfast. I'll pencil it in.
So how much do you think school bullying plays in?
I think that might be a part too. But there's a reason that there's bullying. That kid's different. That kid acts different. Well, maybe there's something wrong with that kid. Maybe they have Asperger's disease, where they're fully functionable in a social setting, but there's still something wrong. And the bullying, I think, adds to it. So if somebody with Asperger's disease is being bullied at school because of how they look or how they walk or how they talk or how they do things, or maybe they're a nerd, or maybe they're just, maybe they are perceived as gay, and it just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, eventually it's going to cause somebody to snap. I don't think bullying is a sole player in somebody going and shooting up a school. I think that there's some other things underlying it, but I think it definitely plays a part in it.
Another comment.
Okay.
Naomi, Rebecca says big heart eyes, love emoji.
Love you, Naomi.
Naomi, that's right.
Yeah. I love her. I love all my friends. Look at all my supporters.
Share the video.
Yeah, guys, share it. Share so we get lots and lots of views.
And if you want to call in and talk to Gina, 860-626-5193.
Right above our heads.
Hey, Keith, bite me.
What?
Talk to Gina.
Oh. Well, this is Gina's debut.
I'm just going to go outside, drink another coffee.
Cut it out.
Show.
Cut it out, Glenn.
Oh, I'm telling Glenn.
Ooh, he's telling.
Hey, just to remind everybody, August 3rd through the 5th, 2018, at the Doubletree in Williamsburg, Virginia, Scares That Care. Just a few of the guests we have: Keith David from They Live, The Thing, Platoon. Sons of Anarchy fans, you can meet Mark Boone Jr., Tommy Flanagan, and Kim Coates. The Night of the Comet, Catherine Mary Stewart, and Kelly Maroney. Pinhead himself, Doug Bradley. First convention appearance for Sidney Walsh from Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and Point Break. Zach Galligan from Gremlins, Gremlins 2. Eugene Clark from Land of the Dead. Costas Mandalore from Saw 3, 4, and 5. Seth Gillian from The Walking Dead. And many, many more. Tony Todd from Candyman. So that is August 3rd through the 5th at the Doubletree Inn in Williamsburg, Virginia. Great, great cause. So hopefully I will see you there.
And for all my friends watching, everybody's going to know this is completely me, but I made a cat friend. Cat sitting next to me. I've been petting it this whole time. Her name's Callie.
She did.
Yeah. She's all black. She's sitting in a chair by herself next to me because she is royalty.
Wow.
Oh, she's so good. She's my right-hand girl because she's on my right side. You could be my left-hand man because you're on my left side.
All right, I'm her left-hand man, and that's her right side cat.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not even going there.
How do we feel about LeBron James?
Who?
Oh. I don't know. I saw a picture of him. I don't know if we, do we like sports here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What kind?
He is definitely not better than Jordan.
Oh, no.
I am going to throw that right in here now. I'm tired of that argument. He's not better than Michael Jordan. He's a whiny little biatch.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Are we Patriots fans?
I am actually Patriots and Giants.
I have to leave. No.
Why? Who do you like?
I don't like anybody. I actually
Really?
only like Gronk. I'm not a Patriots fan, but I love Gronk.
Gronk, that comes to the club all the time. Gronk.
Gronk as in my next husband. Could you please introduce me?
Really?
How old is he?
I don't know.
Like 20-something.
No.
Googling it.
He's 30-something. And he's dating the Sports Illustrated swimsuit model.
He's about to not be dating her. He's 29 years old.
Whatever happened to Yahoo?
Yahoo? No, it's Google. Did you know? Fun fact, people.
Fun fact.
Hold on, let it load. I don't know what this is. Your computer doesn't tell me. We are celebrating SPL Sorensen today. That's what Google says. There's an event every day on Google. I don't know what he did, but I guess he, I'm playing a game. I'm guessing the pH level of vegetables. Tomato is a pH 4. What about an egg? Does it have a high pH or a low?
Low.
High. Wrong.
It's not acidic.
Correct. It's an 8. What about broccoli?
Broccoli is low.
Nope. High.
Really?
Wow. I thought I went to school, but I guess not. All right, what about a lemon? That's obviously... That's obviously acidic.
Yep.
What about... We only have 2 more. What about water? Oh, no, that's soap. That is definitely... That's a poorly drawn hand soap bottle.
I was going to say water? Really?
What is it? Hand
What's the
soap?
pH balance of water? I'm hoping it's 0.
Battery has a high pH level. In case you were wondering.
It's alkaline.
I know. It's
that?
pH 1.
Look
We
at
learned
that.
a lot today. I still don't know who he is, but...
It's Professor von Schmidt.
That might as well be. His last name's Sorensen.
Oh.
Professor von Sorensen is what we'll call him.
Professor von Sorensen.
I like it. Look at all those little vegetables and things holding things up.
The things you learn here on Project Arrowhead.
Does you not like my voice?
I think Gina is going to work out pretty damn good on here.
That is awesome.
So too. Do you like this voice?
What kind of is it?
Do you like her voice? She asked you a question.
They both can do it.
Will you answer her question? Do you like her voice?
No, you kicked my dog.
You came into my yard and you kicked my dog.
Kicked my dog.
Oh my goodness, yes. Do you know where I got that voice from? Despicable Me.
Despicable
That
Me.
is how Gru talks. And my kids love it. They love Gru.
Gru.
And they ask me all the time to make voices, and I'm sorry, I speak in one voice, and it is Mom. But apparently not. Apparently I speak in Gru too.
Oh,
Groot.
Gru. He sings, my son sings.
Gru, not Groot. Groot is from...
Gru is from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite movies.
Okay, I've never seen the first one.
I've seen the second one.
Other night, I saw the second one.
I have it.
And I am just in love with Baby Groot. Everything he says, I am Groot. And that apparently translates to something.
Yeah, he is pretty funny in the second movie.
It apparently translates, and I literally was lost half the movie, but it was such a good movie still. And I looked the whole time. I don't even know what his name was, but he was half naked and he was green and red or whatever. I was like, that kind of looks like Batista.
It is Batista.
It is. Rolling credits came out, and I was like, I knew it.
Wow, you a wrestling fan?
Yeah.
Wow, who's your favorite?
Triple H. I grew up loving him.
You like the game.
I liked Triple H. I also liked Shawn Michaels. I also liked Leah.
Who?
Lita.
Oh, I was say Leah. That's Star Wars.
No, Lita. And the Hardy brothers. They went by the Hardy Boys, right?
Jeff and Matt. Yeah.
Yep. And what was his name? The one that came out with the yellow boa?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Tammy says absolutely you.
I don't remember what I said.
The cat.
Oh,
The cat.
that's right.
The cat.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you something. I like the Macho Man right there because he was freaking crazy.
He was! Oh my god, you did that perfectly! Yeah, I grew up watching wrestling. It was one of my favorite things ever. We'd always ask to stay up to watch the most important match. And
the main event.
The main event. And I didn't really like Hulk Hogan. Then he came out with his own show. And
Hogan knows best.
yep. And then he kind of grew on me. And then that's when his daughter Brooke went through like that weird music phase.
Yeah, I think she had one song.
Yep, and I have it on my iPod, my
Do you
old
really?
iPod, yeah.
Yeah, she had one song.
And it was like this big hit, and everybody loved it. And then she kind of fizzled out, just like he did. And
Well, he didn't really fizzle out.
His show did.
Oh, the show.
The show, not him.
Yeah, because him and his wife got divorced.
I know, and then it really wasn't topic of discussion anymore.
And then he was fired from the WWE because he went on a racist tangent that somebody recorded.
Did ABC fire him?
No. No, they would have.
They probably, you are absolutely right.
Speaking of which, you know what's amazing? SmackDown is moving to Fox, and it's going to be on Friday nights. They paid $1 billion for the rights to air SmackDown.
Jeez. You can pay me $1 billion.
Right?
That'd be nice.
That's what I'm saying.
Goodness. Come record my life. Just pay me $1 billion and you have rights to my life.
The Life of Gina.
The Life of Gina.
Starring Gina.
Gina. Because it's called Gina's Debut. Yep, I watched that, and then I was also a big fan of, like, me and my mom. My mom had, like, all the Poison CDs and Def Leppard and stuff, and I was a huge fan of Poison. And then Bret Michaels came out with his own show.
Was it something I said?
No.
Did my words not come out right?
Oh my god.
Oh, I tried not to hurt you. Yes, I tried.
I was like, what are you talking about? But yeah, nope, that's, very accurate. And I loved listening to the CD over and over again when she would let me take it. And then we used to watch the show that he came out with. Not the love one. Not the one with all those girls.
Rock of Love.
Not that one. He came out with like a family one.
Did he really?
Yep. And that's where I learned. That's where I learned that his daughter's name is Rain. And that's where I got my oldest's name.
Wow.
Yep. And her name was supposed to be something completely different. And I heard it because I was pregnant when that show was airing, and she was on there, and her name came up Rain, and spelled same way as I chose my daughter's. And I was like, I really like that name, so it was supposed to be her middle name first, and then I ended up making it her first name. So thanks to my mother for introducing me to all that stuff, all that old people stuff.
God, I think I'm in love. She likes sports, wrestling.
I'm gonna fit right.
Rock. Wow.
Yes. Oh, that's another one of my favorite wrestlers, The Rock. Obviously, I can't leave him out. He's not a very good actor, though.
You don't think so? Some of his stuff is really good. He acts the same
way. He acts this. We were just talking about this at work. He acts the same way in like the Fast and the Furious movies as he did in the Tooth Fairy. So I can't take him seriously. So the next time you watch Fast and the Furious, you tell me.
I've never watched The Tooth Fairy. Although I did just watch Jumanji with him in it, and I thought it was pretty good.
See, but he's a good kid actor. Like, when he acts, his personality is fun, and it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
So
and that's the way he is in real life.
Yeah, and so when I see him, like... Because I can't take... he does that eyebrow thing, like that, this. And...
The people's eyebrow.
The people's eyebrow. I can do it. My mother used to always call it my rock eyebrow. And...
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Yes. My son yells it all the time. My oldest loves wrestling, too. She was so upset when her dad went to the wrestling show that was just, I don't know which one he went to. It was just in the Hartford XL Center, I think, a month ago?
Yeah.
Might have been SmackDown.
It was Raw.
Raw. Well, anyway, she was really upset because she didn't get to go. But I grew up on that kind of stuff, and I enjoy all of it, but I can't take him seriously. Like watching him in Fast and Furious, I think of him in all these fun movies. That's just the kind of personality he is. When he was wrestling, he was funny. He made funny gestures and funny faces, and he was trying to be serious, but he was still funny at the same time. So trying to watch him to be serious in something like the Fast and the Furious, I just can't. So he's better off in a kid's movie. I'd have to watch the new Jumanji, though. That was one of my favorite movies when I was younger, but I kind of like boycotting it because Robin Williams died.
Amber, you know what? You know I do impersonations really good, so don't give me any crap.
Hi, babe. Oh my goodness.
Amber, I was telling Gina about how you witnessed the whole sucker punch that day, and all you could manage to yell out was "Chubby!"
I was laughing so hard when he told me that. And he told me he didn't even flinch. I feel like if somebody sucker punched me in the face, I'd probably be really upset. I'd probably cry. Actually, probably pass out.
Yeah.
I'm 100 pounds soaking wet, so I mean.
I think Amber and I don't know who else was out there with her, but I think they were a little nervous because after they pulled me away, that the entire brawl, because everybody like paired off with everybody and jumped on everybody, and it started making their way out towards them. And of course, I missed the whole thing because I was getting dragged in Avalon.
Oh, poor Amber. Amber and I don't do well with confrontation.
Amber says, I wanted to jump in, but I got scared and hid.
See? We don't do well with confrontation. We're like, we should be over there, but
she was ready. She saw the whole thing, and it was a very wild and chaotic scene.
That is.
You want to know a fun fact? Do you know who the first person to contact me was after I broke my neck and had surgery?
Amber.
No. Jesus, I didn't hear a word from her. I'm not going to get started on her.
Oh, Amber.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Who's that?
The wrestler, Roddy Piper. You know, Piper's Pit?
He was the first one.
Yep, and I have it saved on my phone.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I am a strong believer, and it's not what you know, it's who you know.
It can be.
I don't really... what I know doesn't really get me very far here. But who I know gets me very far.
Oh, got you on a radio show.
Exactly. Exactly. And here we know. And it almost got my house investigated.
Oh, here we go. Amber's like, no one messes with my Jimmy boy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's what she called me at work. She would put that in on everything. I was like, Amber?
Well, at least you knew it was her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had a lot of fun. I'm still trying to get her to come back.
Amber, go back.
Amber, go back.
Amber, go back. Who said that? What?
God again.
No, God is not in the room right now.
No, that's true. God is gone.
God is gone. Oh, my goodness. I can hear him talking, though.
Yeah. Probably the ratings are going through the roof, and he's trying to...
I know he's over here communicating with not us, and who knows? I mean, I think our ratings are going to be through the roof.
Timmy Elaine says, you don't know Roddy?
Okay, Timothy. Oh, he hates when I call him that. Or Tim. I call him both. Right on the air, so everybody can hear.
Wow. The sass is coming through.
Woo! And it's like day one.
Right?
Oh, my goodness. Is it next Tuesday already?
Hopefully I'll be able to get a guest for next Tuesday.
The cat.
Samantha Borbeau says, Gina, shame on you. Even I know Roddy.
Oh, I see. Now I feel bad because she scolded me because she's right. I should know. Oh, my mom said shame, shame.
Yeah, Piper's Pit was one of the biggest.
I just remember the guy with the 2x4 that yelled, "Ho!"
I don't know how you remember him, but yeah, that's Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah. I remember him. But I don't remember whatever you're talking about. The snake.
Jake the Snake Roberts. Roddy Piper wore the kilt.
Yeah.
Not coming back yet?
Nope. What about the guy who had the sock puppet on his hand? What was his name? He was fairly new. No, not him.
Not new. Sock puppets. Mick Foley.
No, not the sock puppet. The snake. That's what I was talking about.
The snake. That's Jake the Snake Roberts.
No, this is a different guy. I think he might be Hispanic or something. It was like a viper or something. And he used to like put it on and like that was his attack move. My mother would know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, Santana Morello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he got that from that was his tribute to Mick Foley. Yeah, he would put it on and then yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yep.
And then John Cena's not so bad.
Santino Morella. That's it. Santino.
My friend Nicole said I was just watching his videos on YouTube.
Whose videos?
I don't know whose, but was that God or was that you?
Nicole, whose videos were you watching?
He was talking.
Say what?
Listen, we were calling you God this whole time.
Quiet God.
I had to go outside. I had a phone call. Sorry.
I heard you. We all heard you.
Crap. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. You used to work with Nicole, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Nicole.
Yep. At Stop and Shop. The lovely Stop and Shop. I don't miss working in customer service.
Nicole's not answering. Nicole, whose videos were you watching on YouTube? I don't think they're my videos. Mine are X-rated.
Woo! He
Not
went
really.
there. I'm waiting for her to tell us. Let's see. What other wrestlers were there? So John Cena wasn't so
Rowdy. She said rowdy.
Rowdy.
You know, you guys can call.
Mick Foley
You
had
guys
the
can
sock
call
puppet.
in.
I know, guys. Call and talk to us live.
860-626-5193. At the top of the screen is the phone number. If you call that number, you'll be able to talk to them live on the air. So just call the number.
Yeah,
I
Roddy
hooked up-
Piper was great.
You just can't. People just want
Amber
to type.
said,
They don't
ew.
want to call. Like people, you try to get people to call on the phone. No, I'll text. Oh, I'll Facebook message you. Like we might as well just have a damn phone that doesn't have a microphone in it. That's just for texting.
Yeah.
rid
Amber, what
of
are
the
you
whole
saying
phone part.
ew to? Oh, the X-rated video?
Yeah, I think that's exact. Because I know she's probably not saying it about John Cena.
Yeah, we can't talk about that.
John Cena?
They say there. Nicole says she's at work.
Oh, party pooper.
Those excuses are just horrible.
I know.
Gina and I will not discuss any X-rated stuff other than the breastfeeding, which is not. That's to
So I
me.
guess
That's G-rated.
I'm stuck here reading comments. It's great.
What if I wasn't at work? I would.
Amber says, "Yup,
Yep,
gross." Oh, so you're watching it too? Okay.
Yeah. We've been doing it fine without you, God, for the past 15 minutes.
Fine, I'll go away.
That's
No, wait,
okay. I'm gonna.
Mom says I don't like talking live.
We're gonna spill the beans on Amber right here.
Woo!
Oh my God! Some of the stuff I can tell you about her.
Yes.
So, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just getting her all spun up. I know she's freaking out right now.
Oh,
Don't you
she's
dare!
probably typing a mile a minute.
She's being so mean to me. I'm gonna tell the owner of the station when this is over.
She's at work.
Nobody's going to call us. Although we have 9 people watching us.
Well,
That's
that's
just
just
on
on that.
Because they're too afraid to go
That's
on the
that
air.
alone.
They're too afraid to be heard live.
I know. Amber's laughing. Oh, God, no, she said. Oh, goodness. Yes. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
My favorite cartoon?
Yeah.
Probably G.I. Joe
Oh, that wasn't what I expected.
or Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo is a good one. My kids love Scooby-Doo.
I love Scooby-Doo
We watch it on the Netflix.
because there's like no cartoons anymore. And then the
No.
cartoons they got out now absolutely suck.
See, like, I was obsessed with SpongeBob, and I say was because when he first came out, he was so fuzzy. Like everything was just drawn fuzzy. And he was so two-dimensional. Nothing about him was 3D. And now everything is so graphic. And, like, you can see the pores in his pores in his pores. And
Oh
it's
my God.
disgusting.
Hey, your mom says Joe is watching too.
Oh, I just want to let you guys know for show purposes, we have the ability to call out. So if there's a number, write it down on a piece of paper and hand it over to me, and I'll or just call me over and I'll patch it through.
You hear that, Mom? I'm coming for you.
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't do that to my mother. Aw, thanks, Leah.
Well, you saw that, huh?
Yeah, of course I did.
I was just kidding. I don't know why I'm telling you if you're looking at the same damn thing.
Leah said, "I'm so proud of you, Gina. Thank you." I know. My eyes only caught it because it was a red heart. I just now saw that Joe was watching too, which is my dad. So.
Hey, you know what? I think next Tuesday we're gonna have to introduce Gina to Would You Rather.
Oh my God!
Oh no, we need to do that now.
Right now. I'm volunteering as tribute right now. Oh my God! Would you rather? Okay.
Would You Rather gets pretty intense.
All right. Well, let's go play.
I don't think we got enough time to play now. We only got 15 minutes. Take
What,
that long just to get it up.
You don't have to shut your show down right away, or do you have to be somewhere?
I mean,
I don't have to be somewhere. I'm
I
good.
mean, get the thing up. You know what I mean?
Get it up.
That's what she said.
Here we go. That's what she said.
Oh my God.
I know. We're gonna get a lot. The only list of would you
Oh,
rather
look at
questions
she's pulling
you'll
them up
need.
now.
All right.
She beat you to it. She's like lightning fast on that keyboard.
Yeah, she is.
I'm gonna.
Mama taught me good.
Has that keyboard melted yet?
No, not yet.
Samantha-
Not
Samantha-
fun.
Samantha
surprised.
Barbosa's do it now. All right, so we'll do it now.
She's
All
like.
right.
Oh,
just crazy.
dear God, help us. Here we go. See, we'll have to do it
These are dumb.
next show if we don't have a guest.
Samantha said, "Do it now."
Is there an echo in the room?
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, ooh, here's a good one.
God is a day late and a dollar short.
Yeah,
No. Oh my God.
You guys are mean.
Okay, what do you got?
All right. Would you rather? These are silly, but they're good. Would you rather be alone for the rest of your life or always be surrounded by annoying people? I'd catch a case if I were around annoying people.
Oh, we'll see.
Although the world did make duct tape.
I've spent a lot of time around Amber, so annoying is.
I think that's par.
I'm just kidding.
She's gonna come right up in here and kill us.
Breaking. If you want it.
I would say around annoying people. It's easier to laugh at them.
Well, that's true. I'm a people watcher, so I think you're right.
Well, look at what I do. Of course, I sit there and laugh at people and watch people and.
Yeah, like.
Don't you get paid to watch people?
Yeah, I do. Your mom says alone.
That a girl, Mom. Way to answer in. That's my girl. Okay, would you rather be completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
Fly.
Ooh, invisible.
Invisible? Hell no. I'd rather fly.
I will be sneaking up on people and haunting them.
You can sneak up on them by flying too. Who the hell's going to expect you to swoop down from the sky?
Listen, honestly, I'd rather be tiptoeing up behind them, yank a chair out from behind.
Wow. She's sadistic. I love her.
Yep. These are okay. We're gonna look.
Would you rather be an elephant and trample people, or be a bird and poop on their heads?
Bird.
A bird. I don't think I'd want to trample people.
All right, your mom and Nicole both said invisible. I guess I'm the only one that wants to be friggin' Superman.
That's 3 for me. 1 for you.
The only one that wants to be friggin' Superman.
No, he wanted to fly too. You got him.
He doesn't count. He's God.
You could hold. Oh, you are right.
All right. Next.
86. Would you rather questions that are funny, hilarious but hard to answer?
Hilarious but hard to answer.
Here we
Okay,
go.
let's see.
Okay, obviously this is all right. The best. We're gonna click on the best because
Okay. Click
we
on.
are the best. All right. Oh, there's only 13, but that's fine. How many do we really
I
need?
thought you said 86.
Yeah, but they're in subcategories. All right. Would you rather always wear... No. Would you rather have your breath smell like a bad fart or have your laugh sound like a fart?
I'm probably going to say the laugh sound like a bad fart.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Would you rather go about your...
Wait a minute. You didn't answer the question.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd rather have my laugh sound like a fart.
Okay.
Easily.
I figured.
Because I would never kiss anybody ever again in my life. Well... Okay. I mean, maybe people just wouldn't get that close to me. That'd be great. Would you rather have your breath... Oh, no, we already did that one. Would you rather go about your normal day naked or fall asleep for a year?
You go about my normal day naked.
Yep. Free the nipple.
Chelsea
Free the
says she
nipple.
loves you.
Love you, Chelsea.
Chelsea, I'm getting jealous. What's up with that?
Oh, I love you so much.
She goes, Gina, that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. Payback, Chelsea. Payback.
Would you rather always take a cold shower or sleep an hour less than you need to be fully rested?
Oh, that's a dumb question.
I'd rather sleep an hour less.
Yep, absolutely.
There is no way I'm about to take a cold shower. I had to take one the other day when I had sun poisoning. Nope. I would have rather suffered.
Definitely sleep in the extra hour.
Would you rather marry a vain person or a person with poor image? That was dumb.
Chelsea says she loves you, Jim.
I know you do.
Sam said naked. Atta girl. Free the nipple. Woohoo!
Today on Project Arrowhead, we are starting the Free the Nipple campaign.
Yes, we are. Welcome. Would you rather have a freakishly huge smile or a freakishly small nose? Well, I have both.
I would say the nose.
I can't even choose. I have both. I have a really big smile.
You have a beautiful smile. Your smile isn't that
Big.
It's not that big.
My ex used to make fun of me and call me a horse because I have big teeth.
Really?
So now it's a joke.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, we were driving through Hartford, bringing my son because he had a seizure. We brought him to CCMC.
Mm-hmm.
And we were driving home and he was fine. He said, "Look, Mommy, a horse. Look, a horse." And my ex said, "Look, it's Mommy." And my son goes, "No, Daddy, that's not Mommy." I said, "Luca, what is that?" And I pointed and he goes, "That's Mommy." Thanks, bud. The real MVP. Great.
I love it.
Fabulous. So every once in a while now I'll neigh. It's fine. But I won't do it on air, so Don't ask. Would you rather eat the same meal for the rest of your life or never use Instagram again? Same meal, rest of my life. Oh.
Really? No. Yeah. Bye-bye, Instagram.
There are other things we can find than Instagram.
Samantha says your face is just small.
Well, that's true. I do have a small face, but a big mouth and a tiny nose. And I am not ashamed of it. Oh, that's weird. That's a dumb question because literally everybody has a controversial topic about it. The answer is too bad. So the question was, would you rather make love with the lights off or with the lights on? And the answer was, too bad. Yes.
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 Oh, that's not one of the answers?
No, but someone said too bad because you don't get a choice, I guess. Oh, my goodness. Would you rather... Okay, that's for women. I don't think that pertains to any of you men, so we're not going to read that one. Would you rather have to...
You never know.
This is true. Would you rather have to sneeze but not be able to, or have something stuck in your eye for an entire year?
Yeah, I'm going with the sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want anything stuck in my
I don't
eye.
want anything in my eye. That's what she said. Yes, a big mouth. Your face is just small. LOL, Sam. Mom, Sam has 2 M's. Thank you. Would you rather have to get up at dawn or stay up 3 a.m.? Stay up until 3 a.m. every day?
I do both.
Exactly. That wasn't even a question.
I'm getting out of work at like that time. And then I'm up at dawn.
That's right. The other night I was up until like 2:30, and then I was up at 6:30. So, wasn't that much sleep. Ooh, would you rather be a deep sea diver or an astronaut? Would I rather get... So basically, the question is, would you rather get lost in space or eaten by a shark or other sharp object-mouthed things?
I'm going to go with the deep sea diver.
I'm going to go with the deep sea diver as well because I watched that launch one time when the whole entire thing blew up. No, thank you. Not setting myself up for that. Would you rather be a giant hamster or a tiny rhino?
I'm going to go with the rhino.
As a giant hamster, you could live in the sky tubes at Chuck E. Cheese's. As a tiny rhino, you'd be adorable.
I'm gonna be the horny little bastard. I'm gonna go with the rhino.
That's probably a good idea. See what you did there. Oh, would you rather meet... This is going to be a controversial issue here. Would you rather meet the Red Hot Chili Peppers or Justin Timberlake?
I've met Justin Timberlake, so I think I'm gonna go with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh my God, I don't even like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I would make him get a divorce, and then marry Justin Timberlake. Gronk who? Bye, bye, bye.
You really need to make up your mind. I mean, you just kicked Grant to the curb, for Christ's sakes.
Oh yeah, but he's 29 and he probably could beat somebody up. Justin's getting kind of old, so back to the Gronk. Let's go. Come back. Come on, Gronk.
Wow.
Yo, could you imagine if Gronk was listening to me? Whew.
Maybe I'll show this to him next time he comes to Avalon.
Oh my goodness! Don't do it. Would you rather have
G-Money, come here, listen to this.
Oh my God! Would you rather have cookies or French fries?
What the hell kind of question is that? I'd rather have cookies or French fries.
Both.
Well, yeah, both. But if I had to pick one,
I would pick French fries. There are other sweets like cheesecake that I would prefer.
Mm-hmm.
So I choose the fries. Goodbye, cookies.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Wasn't that funny?
Yeah, no, now you got it stuck in my head, damn it.
Tiny Rhino. Jerry Stagg said Tiny Rhino. Samantha,
Yeah.
Where's God with all these? Samantha says JT, peppers, and French fries. Yo, we are just some sort of mix-up in here. That sounds like a good time. Ooh, would you... That is just impossible, obviously.
Cookies?
Cookies! I know Sam loves cookies, so...
And I was busy checking your mic levels. Don't forget, I'm just not
We have
sitting at a
19
microphone.
viewers on this.
I'm not just sitting at a microphone.
That's just on that. That doesn't include the ones that are on our actual
That's
Facebook
intimidating.
pages and listening on the airwaves.
Would you rather wake up with a different face but the same gender, or a different gender but the same face?
Yeah, I'm very happy being a man, so I'm going to go with the same gender.
So a different face but the same gender.
Sure.
All right, cool. Me too. I like what I got. I ain't trying to trade him for nothing else.
Right?
Not trying to trade him for a kickstand.
Yeah. And I happen to like my kickstand, so we're not going anywhere with it.
Phew! Would you rather be trapped in an elevator with an old lady and her 3 wet dogs, or 3 fat men with bad breath?
The dogs.
Neither. I would climb out the emergency hatch
Yep,
that's
up in
located at the very top of the
Yep,
elevator.
yes.
And I mean, I'm a firefighter,
wouldn't
so
even
I
get
wouldn't
in.
know how to get out.
I wouldn't even get in.
Yeah, good point.
No,
Good point.
All right.
But that's
I'm
not an
gonna
option.
It is.
You make it an option.
It is on Gina's debut. All right, let's find one more. Here we go. Would you rather be a police officer or be a firefighter?
Really? I scored high on the test, so I'm a firefighter.
Woohoo! I probably would rather be a firefighter too. These are all silly. We're gonna have to find some really good ones for next time.
Oh, yeah. There's a site where some pretty raunchy ones.
Oh, I'm in. I may gag a couple times, but I'm in. That was fun. These are
You
the
didn't
fun.
find any more?
Well, there was, would you rather be super strong or change into animals? Obviously, like Animorphs, change into animals.
Yeah, I'd like to be a wolf. We are the wolf people. Right, Chelsea? We're Mohegans. Mohegans are
Samantha-
the wolf people.
Samantha says I would be on the ground letting the wet dogs.
She means petting, and I know
petting.
she
Okay.
Okay, I was hope that was petting. I was
letting the
little
wet
worried on
dog-
that
Them
one.
what?
Really worried on that one, Sam.
Oh my god.
She just corrected
Wow.
petting. 100 gross would you rather questions.
That's probably the website.
It's probably. I clicked on one on Reddit though, and that was wrong. Wrong. Oh, that was not okay. Well, I mean, it's wouldyourathers.questions.com, so I'm gonna assume that's it.
Maybe.
I don't know what I'm looking at, and that's kind of weird.
I was going to say, what the hell is that? I know you guys can't see what we're looking at, and it's probably a good thing.
Probably a good thing, guys, honestly. Ooh, ew.
Ew, uh-oh.
Okay, would you rather sniff a dog's butt or lick a dog's butt?
Neither? Neither? Do I have to pick one?
Yep.
Really? Then it's going to be scratch and sniff because my tongue is not going anywhere near a dog's butt.
Correct. Okay. Phew. Would you rather have a dozen cockroaches run over your hands or over your legs?
My hand, because I can swat them bastards.
Yes. I would not let anything run up my legs or down them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Would you rather... Okay, that's silly. Would you rather lick a handful of sand or eat a handful of sand? We're obviously going to lick it.
Right.
I'm about to eat it. Heard it's kind of dry.
Oh, brother.
Some of these are silly. Would you rather pet a poisonous snake or run from a poisonous snake?
Me, personally, I'd be dumb enough to pet the poisonous snake.
I'd probably casually stroll by because I don't really think that that's probably in my best interest to try and pet it.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, then obviously not.
Would you rather have a tail or 2 horns? Psych, I have both.
Wow.
Oh, stupid. Would you rather run across fire or roll over hot coal?
Yeah, I'm running.
Yep.
Definitely running.
I know how to stop, drop, and roll. They taught me that in 2nd grade.
Yeah, but you don't stop, drop, and roll on hot coals.
No, but if you run across fire and if I catch on fire, then I stop, drop, and roll and everything's fine.
Right.
Nicole Paula says pet it.
I want to pet it. Pet what?
That's what she said.
My man. Okay. Would you rather have a cat scratch your face or scratch your genitals?
Yeah, face.
My face.
Face.
Would you rather drink muddy water or soapy water?
Muddy.
Yeah.
Soapy.
Ew. Horns? Oh, Jerry said horns.
Horns.
These are silly.
Nicole says y'all are great.
Y'all.
Y'all.
Well, you see now what I'm reckon we're gonna do now is we're going to do a couple more of these here would you rathers. And then y'all can come up with some pretty darn good answers.
Listen here, boy. Just get to it.
Oh, you sound like Yosemite Sam.
Oh, my gosh.
You dispatcher.
Hey, boy.
Glenn and I couldn't stop laughing.
Hey,
we had tears
guys,
coming down our...
What? Do you guys remember Sling Blade?
No.
You got to see that movie. Good
My age
movie.
is showing.
That's not an old movie.
It's not. No, it's...
So Billy Bob Thornton. Very good movie.
Is he old?
Billy Bob Thornton? He's pretty old.
He could fix lawnmowers really good.
I don't have a broken lawnmower. Oh. Would you rather pee when you cry or pee when you laugh?
I'd rather pee when I go to the bathroom.
Fun fact, have 3 kids and you pee when you do everything.
Yeah. Yep. True.
Ain't wrong.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact.
Okay, that doesn't make sense. Would you rather lick a toilet seat or a toilet floor?
I think at that point it really doesn't matter.
Nope, I'm pretty sure there are germs
Well,
everywhere.
depending on who you lick, it doesn't really make any difference.
Who? There was no who involved. It was a toilet seat or
I
a
just
toilet
threw
floor.
it in there.
Okay, I was going to say that's what she said, but that is not what she said.
That is, yeah,
She
no.
takes it back.
Yeah.
That's not. Oh, gosh.
Nope.
Oh, goodness. Ugh. Some of these are really gross.
Okay, go with the gross one.
No. Oh, God. I almost gagged. Would you rather lick pus from your own pimple or someone else's?
Next question.
Oh, see, I told you. Oh, that is, some of these are really bad.
I prefer to not lick pus from any pimple, but...
Ever.
Okay.
Would you rather pee in a trash can or pee in the sink? Okay, well, if you're a guy, I guess it really doesn't matter.
Trash can.
Trash can.
Fun fact. Drunk Gina will pee in a sink.
Okay.
Because it's...
Well, I mean, it's easy. All you got to do is jump up there,
Hop up
cap
there.
a squat, you're good to go.
And we're good.
Yep.
Okay,
Wow.
remember the Facebook Live that one next time.
Probably not going to be very stable enough to coordinate holding a phone and peeing
Excuses.
and wiping and trying not to fall off the sink while I'm laughing.
Try not to fall off the sink.
That's like the most important. Trying not to concuss myself. Okay, would you rather touch your eyeball or have someone touch your eyeball?
Samantha says vomit.
I've touched my eyeball. I put contacts in.
I know, I put contacts in.
Yeah, good with that one.
Oh, I'm at the end of the list. Would you rather eat spaghetti? Oh, God. Would you rather eat spaghetti made from worms or spaghetti made from hair?
Worms, they actually have protein in them.
Yeah, I'm going with the worms.
Okay, I would go with the worms, too. I'm not trying to be a cat. I love cats. I'm not trying to have a hairball, though.
Yeah, there'd be like no chewing. It would just be swallowing.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
it's
she
kinda
said.
Wow.
Wait a second.
Whoa.
God, you're not allowed to say anything like that. That was my joke.
Oh, he beat you to it.
I know. Oh, my goodness.
It's kind of messed up.
That was... What did I do to you guys? It's only been one day. Oh, my goodness. I don't... It's kind of like Fear Factor. Eating a spaghetti worm.
Fear Factor grosses me out.
It grosses me out, too. Like, I'm all for, like, the first stunts, like, trying to get out of things. I'm all for the last thing, like, the Daredevil thing.
Yep.
But I am not for that. I'm like, I will get up and wash dishes. I will get up and go do anything else.
Do you think they were really eating the stuff that they were told they were eating? Like
I don't
cow dung and stuff like that?
See, I think it was just replicated to look like that, and
Exactly.
it probably had some nasty tastes in it. Like, I'm sure if you mixed avocado with, like, an orange, it probably wouldn't taste good. And I feel like that's probably when the people would throw up. Because mind over matter, they're telling you it's cow balls.
Although the cockroaches were real. And them bastards were crunching as they were chewing them.
Well, people eat bugs. Like, that's a delicacy in some countries. Like, people actually eat bugs.
Yeah, but the
chocolate-covered
cockroaches...
crickets and
The cockroaches are raised under laboratory environment to where they're not... cockroaches carry all kinds of diseases. So what they do is they raise those cockroaches in a controlled environment so they don't harbor any type of bacteria or
Well,
diseases.
holy shit. Thank you, Bill
Hi,
Nye.
Sarah. I know, jeez.
Bill Nye the Science
We
Guy
had
there.
God in here. We had whoever made that voice. I don't even remember what you said. And then we had Bill Nye. He just made some voice. I don't know.
I said it would be strictly swallowing, and that's when he said that's what she said. Because he beat you to it.
Don't make fun of me, boy. I don't take too kindly to that.
I apologize.
Wow.
Wow. I have so much support. I'm actually really excited. This was a good day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think it is great to have Gina on board. She's going to work out perfect.
I can't wait.
She actually does research on our guests.
I know.
Glenn does it too. I'm just like, I just fly by night, you know. These guys research everything.
I was on the beach today with my notebook and my phone open, and I was doing my research. I had notes taken and everything. It was a...
So remember, if you want to meet Kevin Lacey, SEAL Team 3 operator, sniper, author, now physician's assistant, he will be signing books at the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville tomorrow. I believe he's the keynote speaker at 10, and I think his meet and greet is at noon in the convention center at Mohegan Sun Casino.
Tammy says, "You rocked it, baby girl. Mom is proud of you."
And then Jerry said some bugs taste great. Thanks, Mom.
Tammy, I have to agree with you. She did rock it. She did great.
Except for my one F-bomb. I didn't even know I dropped.
I don't know what she was talking about. Yeah.
I didn't
I was
either.
going to let it go, and then she brought it up again. But, yeah.
It happens.
My new partner in crime.
Woohoo! I'm so excited.
And this
to hear.
show will be rebroadcasted later on United FM Radio Jams, our top 40 station.
Yeah, jams.
Woohoo!
Can we get on there and go, wicka, 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 wicka again? My name is.
Boy. What are you doing, boy?
Oh my
God, that was, you guys all missed that before the show.
I know.
Yeah, that's all.
We were doing our mic checks.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yes. We're pretty cool people behind the scenes and on the scenes. So.
So hopefully, I'm going to try to line up a guest for next week. You never know. It could be an author. It could be a movie star. It could be anybody. So stay tuned. Look for the updates on Facebook. You can
course.
check it out on either my page or on Gina's page or Arrowhead, a Project Arrowhead page or United FM radio page.
Yeah, well, I'll keep you in the loop.
Absolutely. So that's it for this week. Chick Norris?
Chuck Norris.
That says Chick Norris.
I know what it says. Maybe it was a typo.
Okay.
Oh, she said Chuck Norris, please.
Oh, Chuck
That's who she
Norris.
wants as
Okay.
our guest.
I'm like, is that a porn star? Is that who is Chick
Whoa!
Norris?
Wow, Amber said no X-rated video.
All right, guys. So until next week, be good. And thanks, Gina, for a great show. And
you for having
we are going to have a
me.
blast.
All right, bye, guys.
See you guys next week. Peace.